Hello, my fellow humans and aliens. How y'all doing? I'm Callie. My pronouns are Z and Zer. Let's get into the story. Okay, so today's story time is not funny. It's a little bit, a little bit serious. First off, let's say domestic violence is not okay, nor is it a joke or something to laugh at or to try to use it to put someone down. So yeah, so let's get into the story. This is about one of my exes in high school. Yeah. So I remember when this happened, he was already an ex. So I don't know why it happened. I don't know how, well, I do know how it happened, but let's get into the story. So I remember the first time we got into a disagreement or argument, whatever the case may be, we were at school and he was so angry that he punched the locker and like he missed my face like this much. And when you look into the locker, the entire locker was like dent in. That was the first incident, and I was like, nah, I'm a Gemini. I'm not the one for this shit. Like, I'm out. Peace out. Like, I don't do that shit. So, needless to say, the relationship ended, but we had classes together, so I had to see his face every freaking day in class. So he would start to like flirt with my friends. Well, clearly they're not my friends if they were flirting back. I see you. So yeah, he was always flirting or trying to get my attention. I was never really giving him my attention. So I remember this one day, this was like the second incident. So one day I was coming from gym, I think it was swimming, because we had swimming class for gym at my school. And yeah, so he came up to me and he was like, again, he's a big flirt, so he was flirting. So he like put his hand in my face and I was like, I don't do that shit. I don't run those jokes. Like my face, no. I don't. First of all, I don't know where your hand's been, and like my skin is very, very sensitive. Like I break out easily, and I'm not one of those who break out. You do your routine and it goes away. Once I break out, like the scar stays, because my skin is very sensitive. So I pushed him. I'm like, yo, don't put your hand in my face. I don't know where it's been. I don't know where you're coming from. So don't, like, kindly, please, don't put your hand in my face. And yet, we're not even friends. Like, why do you think it's okay for you to put your hand in my face? He's like, who do you think you are? I'm like, the fuck? Who do you think you are? And then he pushed me back. Because, again, I did say I pushed him. So he pushed me back. And let me tell you, first of all, every girl in that school is afraid of this man. I don't know what it is, but they're all afraid of him. Me, on the other hand, I ain't scared of nobody. Like, my mama didn't raise me that way. Plus, I was raised with a whole bunch of men. So, we don't play them games. So, he pushed me. And I'm like, did this just push me? So, I pushed him back. And he's like, oh, so you think you're bad? All right. So, he pushed me. And I was like, all right, I see what you're on. Okay. So I'm like, I'm at this point, I'm like cussing up a storm, because I'm like, yo, why is this man even like trying to test me? Like, I don't even have the patience for this shit right now. Like, I'm trying to get to class. One thing about me is I hate being late for anything. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. So being late for class, I was not having it. So we got to fighting, and we're fighting each other. Like, he's punching me, I'm punching back. Like, basically anything he did, I did it back. And then we end up in class. I guess we were fighting from the hallway till we end up in class and we're fighting. And then the teacher was like, oh my god, what are you guys doing? They called the hall monitor. And all I remember right now is I don't know how he even got to the back of the classroom, and I was at the very front of the classroom. So the hall monitor came and he's like, what the hell are you guys doing? And the teacher's trying to explain what happened. So While the teacher was trying to explain what happened, this man took a desk and like threw it at me. Of course, it missed me. So the hammer is like, yo, get out of class. So he's bringing him outside the classroom. And this is the front. So I'm standing right here. This man is at the back. He's walking towards me. And I kid you not, I have no idea how he got close to me. But like the door is right here for us to leave the classroom. And he's walking up and out of nowhere, boom, right in my eye. It's like it happened so fast that I don't even know how he got to me. Because I was like off to the front and he was in the back coming out the classroom. And he saw my face and he just ran over to me and one punch into my eye. My face swelled so quickly, they had to call the ambulance. Like, again, I say I had sensitive skin. So because my face swelled up so quickly and I was instantly bruised, my face was so bad that they really had to call an ambulance because they thought something was broken. Like, that's how bad it was. So he finally got to the office and I was friends with this girl, like, shout out to you. But she got wind in class of what happened and I was already in the ambulance. She got wind of in class what happened. And from what I heard the next day was like she was ready. She had her little best friend in the locker. And she was ready. She's like, what? Who put their hand on who? Nah. She ran out of class. Shout out to you, girl. I remember you. You moved back to your country right now. But I still remember what you did for me. And it got even worse because I'm pretty sure that the school violated my privacy as well. Because when they called my mom, they were like, oh, I'm just calling you to let you know your daughter is going to the hospital. And my mom was like, why she went to the hospital? Oh, because she and her ex-boyfriend got into a fight. Now, my mom is Jamaican. All she heard was ex-boyfriend and the fact that I'm not allowed to be dating. She's like, ex what? Ex who? She got to that school so quick from work. And one thing about Jamaican parents, or black parents in general, you don't call them at work. You don't call them unless the kid is bleeding or like something major happened. And worse, they're gonna call and tell her boyfriend. That was bad. So she came to the school and she's looking at me in the ambulance, and the ambulance like, are you coming with her, ma'am? Because you know she's a minor. She's like, nah, I'm gonna meet you at the hospital. I was like in the ambulance thinking to myself, they might as well kill me now, because if my mama get to me, she gonna kill me. She got up in the hospital and she's giving me that stare. You know that stare that you know you're about to be fucked when you get home. She's giving me that stare in the ambulance. I could barely see. My face was so swollen, but I could feel her energy just. I did get it when I get home, no lie. But so I didn't go to school the next day because I mean my face was just destroyed. But they did call and say that they they expelled him, and it was in the police hand now, and everybody hated me. Everyone in school hated me. They started trying to bully me, but one thing about me, a motherfucker ain't gonna bully me. I'm not the one to be toyed with, okay? I don't know. You're not gonna bully me. I'm that type of person will make fun of myself before you make fun of me. So if you think you have one up with me, nah, you ain't got it. But they're all talking about me, how I got him expelled, and the rumor around the school is that I got beaten with a chair, which I didn't. But yeah, so that was the story. Like, he's done it after me. Like, I remember I went to a different school when I was like in grade 11. I had transferred school for other reasons. And when I got to that school, he just got expelled from that school too, which I didn't know he was going there. But he got expelled, and I asked why he got expelled, because, you know, I'm pause. They're like, oh, because he beat some girl, like, where she ended up in the hospital. So clearly he's an abuser, and I don't know. He went to jail for a couple years. He's out now. There's another story with him. But yeah, so if you know anyone who's in abusive relationship, please I used to be the one to tell them that they need to leave right now. There's no other reasons to stay. But because I went to school for counseling, both social work and assaulted women program, I was able to learn the different ways of how to deal with domestic violence. So please, even if your friend is not leaving, or you feel like she doesn't want to leave or he doesn't want to leave, don't give up. There's so many reasons and intersectionality on why a person hasn't left an abusive relationship. Just don't give up on them, because that's what the abuser want. They want to isolate them. They want people to not talk to them. And I get it. Your friends are crying to you all the time, but they haven't left. Just, again, I can't stress it anymore. Please do not give up on your friends who are in abusive situations. You could call helplines. I'll put it in the description and on the screen. Please, thank you for listening to me. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share, and press the notification button. And I'll see you next time. Thank you, guys.